Are religions unfair to women? Part 4. If you've missed part 3, part 2, part 1, you want to check it out. This is one of the most intense moments, I would say, on this show. That are religions unfair to women? I mean, there's all sorts of debates. They did one on, is the Bible still relevant? Is there any evidence for God? Now we're on, are religions unfair to women? I think that's a no-brainer in so many ways. Does that mean in every single way? Not necessarily, but damn it if it's not true. We are in part 4. We're going to wrap this last episode up, reacting to the rest of this. If you haven't joined, subscribe. Please do. Hit the bell so you're notified every time we react. Like the video so YouTube gives the reward to this video and, of course, the channel to grow this audience so you can be part of this community. We together can have not only fun, but I think make some ruckus and, you know, share our opinions, share our thoughts together on what's going on here. So without further ado, let's see what the heck is going to happen in the remainder of this, because it's been pretty intense.
There's a strong tradition in practice of Christianity, as you know, there's a strong tradition of women celebrating their relationship with God and celebrating the female side of God as well.
Yes.
Let's not pretend that that doesn't exist in Christianity. It's a very powerful part.
But what about the institutions? We must, in the last few minutes available to us, get onto the institutions. And Sarah, I'll allow you to kick off this, because I did promise to come to you a couple of moments ago. Look at the papal conclave, you know, all those old men.
All those wonderful old men, and they were very inspiring, I thought. I do think there's something that has to be said.
Were they inspiring? Why were they inspiring? Wouldn't it be great to have a few women in there?
Well, we do need to think about two things here. What is priesthood, and what is the role of men and women working together? And we often conflate priesthood with leadership, and it's not necessarily the same thing.
Then why are the bishops sat in the House of Lords making decisions about what happens to my life? If we're not going to have these priests being given positions of authority, great. If these priests are just running their little church, I'm not going to argue.
Well, they're not Catholic, are they?
So not that way.
Can we just
There's a lady here who's so desperate to come in. Unless I bring her in, I fear something dreadful is going to happen.
I've come to hear from the Catholic Church, and I spoke to my priest before coming here, and I said to him, this is the debate, and the issue is, are women treated unequally in religions? And his phrase was, in the church, women run the church apart from at the top. And it's women run the church apart from at the top, and it is paradoxical, because institutionally, as a leadership consultant, I know that institutionally, in terms of leadership, we will never have a pope as a leader, or a priest as a woman. We will one day. However, but I do know, if you look at, think about Mother Teresa and the kind of influence that Mother Teresa has had over the world globally.
Yeah, ask Christopher Hitchens about her.
So it is paradoxical.
It is paradoxical.
That's what I'm saying.
You said Mother Teresa, and then you said incredibly damaging.
Well, you said
it's not paradoxical.
Mother Teresa has had it well, but Mother Teresa, if you've read any of the books about her,
wait, Kate Smith,
treatment to people who needed medical treatment, and went out of her way to make people's lives worse because she thought that suffering brought people closer to God. She was a terrible woman, and the Catholic Church should be absolutely ashamed of her legacy.
That's, I mean, look, I feel like I gotta find out her email and interview this lady. She's just gangster with it. Just pop, pop, pop.
Hello.
Just something that Marty was saying about how women are struggling, for example. I'm a Sikh, and as far as I know, from what I know, scripturally or whatever, women have always been encouraged to join in. Never any impediment, and women can't be in positions. But then again, if you go into temples, you'll find that no women are in top positions. And why is that? Because they're bringing too many, not right at the top. I don't see many, I see mainly men monopolising, because I think men monopolising society, and that's creeping into temples, and we need to separate the two. Women are allowed to do whatever they want in temples. They can join in, sing hymns, but in the committees and the top jobs to make all decisions, women aren't there.
Why can't they?
Yeah, why? Why is that? I'll let you answer in the comments down below.
Eunice, I'll bring you in on this point. I know you want to speak. Why can't we have in mosques mixed prayers and women leading mixed prayers?
We have mixed prayers.
Yeah?
We do have mixed prayers in mosques.
Can women...
This lady, she's really worked up about Islam being critiqued.
Lead them.
The reason why women do not lead prayers is because our prayer as a Muslim prayer is very physical. And if you ever watch a Muslim prayer, we have to prostrate. Yeah, put your bum up in the air. So I think the idea, but the thing is, if you take apart the role of a religious leader and put prayer aside, women in Islam can be and are religious leaders. They can
Are women
teach
allowed to
about
watch
the faith.
men praying?
Well, preferably, well, they can if they want, but they preferably not because it's
physical.
The idea is you avert your eyes when something quite physical is there. But when you come to religious leadership, there is no impediment in Islam for women to be religious leaders. And the Prophet said, take 2/3 of your faith from Aisha, who was 18 at the time. And women can be religious leaders and are religious. Well, if they're not religious leaders, because men, maybe because
I promise to come back to Eunice. Eunice, wait, Eunice. I promise to come back.
Because, you know,
it's getting quite lively,
I'd
isn't
just
it?
like to say, personally, my experience of Islam is completely, I don't know, I think there's a couple of different things going on here, and I think it's really important to differentiate between the different religions and to understand what different religions think and how they treat people. In my experience of Islam, nearly all the people I come into contact with, all the people that have taught me anything are female. Most of the events I go, 99.9% of the events and things that I attend are mixed. They're never like just women or just men.
You're in a very privileged position.
Yes,
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Listen,
please visit
to me. Listen to me.
Very quickly, I need to
There's a difference between culture.
Kate, be quiet.
There's a difference between culture.
One
It's getting heated.
at a time,
There's
children.
a difference between
Children.
culture, right, and what is written in the Quran. Now, if you see a certain practice, for example, people, maybe Muslim people or whatever, is they don't want women to lead, that's fine. That's them. That's not the faith. Do you see what I'm saying? And that point was made earlier, and this is what I'm saying to you. You need to understand
There are
the faith
verses
and study
in the
the
Quran.
different
So
things.
because, Eunice, because we see Islam run in a very different way in theocracies from here, and many people tell me this is a very good place to be a Muslim for lots of different reasons. Maybe the law needs to step in, and maybe the law needs to be exercised. Do you think the law needs to push the... I need to move it on with this point
because... Can I just say one more thing? Even in Africa, for example, where I come from, Nigeria, it's completely normal to have like a church there and a mosque there. And it's completely normal to have both marrying...
I've heard right now there's a massive attack on Christians by Muslims right now.
Each other, whereas in Britain, that's not the case. So what you tend to find is the culture of the country that you're in will impact.
There's plenty of cross-cultural marriages here. But listen, Cole Morton, does the law need to nudge religions towards positions of equality?
The law was defined for a very long time in this country by Christianity, church, crown and state working together. That nexus is fading, is dismantling, and what the law and the state needs to do is work out a way of mediating between the many different faiths and belief systems that we now have in this country. And so the law and the state need to find a way to make it possible for us all to live respectfully in a land in which the rabbi will not shake the hand of a woman. Because actually the majority of people in society will be appalled by that, but we'd also be appalled by an attack on the rabbi's faith. So how do we mediate that?
And one of the things that the rabbi's faith in us does protect us from, because when you read secular feminist books, what's so interesting about what they're crying out for is respect. And I think that we're asking, where is women's spirituality and femininity most going to flourish? Is it in the new brutalism of the new secularism? I agree with Cole. I agree with
the brutalism of the new secularism.
Cole, that we need to find an environment.
And look, Francesca's laughing.
In which things are being respected. I think women are feeling their transcendence and their dignity.
Francesca, the new brutalism of the new secularism.
I have no idea what's brutal about secularism. Can you explain?
If you read Natasha Walter's rather interesting book called Living Dolls, she cites some fantastic evidence about how young women today are feeling more objectified, more demanded to have sex. A few years ago. This is not patriarchy.
Christina Rees.
This is the point. That is the over-sexualization of children and of women as objects.
Christina Rees.
Taking
apart in a culture and society that privileges the man over the woman, so that women are still sex objects and girls.
But women are but also women are being told to rejoice in hardcore
Sarah, no, we didn't hear a word of that, because now we can.
I do apologise.
Now we can.
I think that women are even being misled into celebrating themselves as, say, the protagonists of hardcore pornography, and they're finding themselves disillusioned with that because it's not bringing them the depth and the freedom and the spirituality they really want.
So true respect is within the church.
Not just within the church, within the wisdom that spirituality, when it's really allowed to flourish, with and in dialogue with non-religious
Cole
in dialogue, respectful dialogue.
Simple point. I've been writing a lot about sexualization of children lately, something that deeply concerns me as a father, among other things. And what I see when I read the research about the sexualization of children is that this is happening in every kind of home. Okay, it's happening in Muslim homes, in Hindu homes, Sikh homes, Christian homes, and in homes where people are not quite sure what they believe. It's a problem about our society and about our culture, and religion is failing to say anything about it whatsoever.
It's colluding and condoning a view of women as primarily having value through our bodies, our sexuality, our availability to men, and instead of standing
That's what contraception does to women, not religion. Contraception makes women available to men all the time. That's what
You mean to tell me this lady's defending the idea that contraception is the problem? Like, dude, people are going to get pregnant. No matter what, people are going to do this whether contraceptions are there or not. This so stupid.
From Christianity and Sikhism and other things that teach equality, then it fails.
Thank you all very much indeed. The debate will continue. I know it will, on Twitter and online and here next week. We're not on because it's Pentecost. We'll be back from Edinburgh on May the 12th from now.
Look. That was some... Oh my gosh. There's so much there. Francesca tried to chime in. There were two really gangster voices on that side of the aisle that I really want to reach out and talk to. What did you think about that? What did you think about that 4-part series? What did you think about this video? Comment down below. Like the video, please. And subscribe. Hit the bell so you're notified every time we react. I appreciate every single one of you. Also, if you don't have something to comment about the video itself, drop a recommendation of a video you'd like to see me react to. Until next time, see you then.